Today we're in Hastings, a place famous for a battle that changed our history and for being a thriving seaside resort. Welcome to Songs of Praise. On the programme this week, I visit Battle Abbey and discover why William the Conqueror had built it.
He had committed acts of great violence, so William had to make good for this, and that involved the foundation of Battle Abbey.
Claire McCullum travels to Malaga to meet a young Christian whose faith has helped him make it all the way to the World Transplant Games. I visit a church who are filling Moses baskets for new mums. And we have performances and hymns from all around the country. Hastings' famous pier has recently been totally renovated at a cost of over £14 million. When it was first opened in 1872, 24,000 people walked these very planks, taking in the sea air and the sunshine. Sentiments echoed in our opening hymn. Hastings is synonymous, of course, with the Battle of 1066, when William the Conqueror defeated King Harold and went on to become the new King of England. Several thousand soldiers lost their lives in the battle, which happened on these very fields. Battle Abbey was built here a few years later. Dr. Michael Carter is an historian for English heritage and has offered to show me around. So why did William build Battle Abbey?
He had committed acts of great violence, and it's an act of sacrilege in killing an anointed king. So William had to make good for this, and penances, or a series of good works, were imposed on William and his henchmen, and that involved the foundation of Battle Abbey, where the monks here every day would sing services for the salvation of the souls of all those who died at the Battle of Hastings, Norman and Saxon alike. And the intention of the abbey was to pay back in a never-ending round of good works for the blood that had been shed here by William and his supporters.
So I can see the remains of the abbey over there, but what is the significance of this plaque?
We're standing in the ruins of the great Abbey Church, and this particular spot here was the site of the Abbey's high altar, where high mass was celebrated every day. And sources written within living memory of the Battle of Hastings, 1066, one of the most famous dates in British history, mention that King William the Conqueror caused Abbey's high altar to be built on the very spot where Harold's body was recovered.
construction of this abbey by William was the starting point for changes to Christianity across the country.
There's a great wave of reform that comes with the Norman conquest, including the building of some of great cathedrals that survive to this day, such as Durham Cathedral, instantly recognisable as Norman architecture. The heaviness of it, the round circular-topped arches. It's a great time of rebuilding, and we also get churchmen of enormous significance and talent coming from France and as far away as Italy to key positions within the English church.
How and when did this beautiful abbey become a ruin?
Battle Abbey, like every single monastery in England and Wales, fell victim to Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries. And the end for Battle came in 1538, when the monks were cast out with pensions.
Another reminder of our history is Hastings Castle, built by William the Conqueror here on the south coast to strengthen England's defences. 1,000 miles across the sea is Malaga, where Claire McCullum has been cheering on an extraordinary young man who's overcome the odds to represent Great Britain in a sporting event with a real difference.
These are the 21st World Transplant Games. There are over 2,000 athletes from 50 different countries competing here, and every single one of them has undergone some form of organ transplant. 16-year-old Luke Alexander is representing Great Britain and Northern Ireland. His faith is at the centre of his family life, and he's an altar server in his local church. What does it mean to you to be taking part here?
It actually means so much to me. I mean, I'm really honoured to be here, and I feel this is the best way to honour my donor family, just representing my country and hopefully getting a goal for them.
Luke's competing in the 5K time trials today, but he's been on a long journey to get here.
I was born with a rare liver condition called biliary atresia, and it causes irreversible damage within the liver. When I was 12, I became very ill, and it soon became apparent that I need a liver transplant. And on the 19th of November 2012, we received a call for an organ donation, and we raced into hospital in blue lights into King's College. Next thing I knew, I was waking up in my ICU. It was very scary. For my family, it was a rough period, but they found strength and support within the church. The community in the parish that we have is a very good one, and they helped my family out a lot.
When he was undergoing the surgery, obviously there was huge concern, but we are Catholics, and we prayed and we prayed and we prayed, and God listened.
But after my transplant, my energy level just shot out the roof. It was really good to get back out and start exercising again. And it was only when I went to Liverpool in last year for the British Transplant Games, I realised I can do a lot more. I can push myself further. I can become a better athlete. I won 4 bronze medals and 1 silver, and that was a highlight. I wasn't expecting any medals. Reflecting back on it now, it definitely does make you think that God has a path for everyone.
Luke has been training 6 days a week for the last year in preparation for this day.
Luke Alexander!
His personal best for the 5-kilometre distance was just over 12 minutes. This time he crossed the line in under 10 and won gold in his category.
Really
to be here and compete, how thankful are you, Luke?
I'm so thankful. I mean, words can't even describe how thankful I am. It's just an amazing opportunity.
And your donor, what words would you have to say?
Thank you. Everything I've done now is I owe it to you. Just thank you very much for saying yes.
It's a miracle, isn't it? I think it's a miracle of life. It's something I think we just prayed and we've prayed so much through the journey, and to see the difference in him, and just thankful to the donor family for having made that decision. And in their grief they made such a powerful decision which has just changed our life for the better.
We're back in the UK for our next hymn, celebrating the summer on the sandy beach of Tenby.